lines are much tougher, or you go to the wrong side. Once you've been around there once, you realise, aha, I've got to hit it down the right rather than the left. And things start to make more sense.
Well, Frank, in true links golf, you can generally run the ball up along that ground. Here, you have to put it up in the air, don't you?
You certainly do, yeah. It's links golf played through the air.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Ian Poulter going for the green here.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's good work. That's a good par right there. Nudge this one home, finish it up.
And a great start.
Frank, bold is beautiful here at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, because that way you can see the green. There is bunkers left, and there is bunkers right.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed. Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
That's
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Good-looking shot right here. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Blixt for birdie. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Count that. That's a birdie. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Oh, my goodness, Frank. That is painful.
Oh, yeah, that's the... You'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you? Second shot. It's at sneaky distance.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So just a formality here.
Back here at Whistling Straits, we're on the 4th tee. It's a par 4, and it's a good one, Frank. 494 yards.
Very intimidating to the eye there. It sort of makes you hit it down the left side, but that's where you've got to be careful, because if you hit it down the left, it's going to kick further left and cause a lot of problems.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Second shot now for Jonas Blixt.
Should be safely on deck.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Frank, this looks like a pretty challenging shot into the 4th.
Just like the previous hole, when you've got the lake on the left, you've got to favor the other side.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par.
Count it. That's a birdie. Frank, you've played all over the world. How unique is this hole, the 5th?
I've never really seen anything quite like this. On one hand, it's an extremely long par 5, but then on the other hand, you have all these options that are available.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there.
second from an excellent lie. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Playing his fourth shot after the third was wet. You wouldn't call that a miss hit, but it wasn't his best. That one just sort of drifted right and a long ways from the flagstick. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
This has to go in the hazard.
Needs to get... Thank goodness, Frank, back on dry land here.
As long as this one avoids it.
So it's been a tough hole. Previous shot went into the water, took the drop. This now, the sixth shot. Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Had been playing reasonably well. It's getting away right here. The eighth shot on the way.
Well, you could say the horse has already bolted. Now, I mean, the best he can get away with is still going to be a bad score.
And he went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Frank, it would be nice if the player could take a boat across this water.
Well, I'm starting to run out of fingers. What's that, his 10th shot?
That's right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Makes the putt for a birdie. Hole number 6, and another scenic view off the tee. It's a 409-yard par 4.
Yeah, the hole is well bunkered around the 300-yard mark. Ideally, you want to have that tee shot just short of that. Then it's not too hard a second shot.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
Here's the colorful Jonas Blixt. Good putter, and this is for par.
Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, there's a good reason they call this 7th hole shipwreck. It's 221 yards long, and there is plenty of trouble to the right.
Yeah, water, rocks, bunkers, all sorts of things. But really, when you look at the hole another way, it shapes up for a left to right shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
That will be a great look at birdie.
This ball never even looked like it was going down the fairway, hitting way right.
Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good par. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. From about 8 feet.
Well, thank you at last. A birdie. That was a long time coming, Frank.
Yeah, finally he strung some shots together. Now, if all of a sudden he can do the same on the next hole, he might just get a run going.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank.
What a great shot.
He'll need to be strong with this. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right.
Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front nine of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree and the mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular.
And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut.
Should be safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And getting ready for the putt. Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. Shouldn't be a problem here. Great shot to get the birdie. Welcome back to the PGA Championship here at Whistling Straits. Ball is teed up here at the 10th. We are set to get it going on the back nine.
There's a bunker that you can see that's about 260 yards in the middle of the fairway. You can easily carry that in line with another one that's about 330 yards. That just sets up a relatively straightforward pitch.
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. That looked doomed for that.
Frank, after laying back on the tee, what's ahead on this approach shot?
Well, the green is slightly raised, so it suits something that's hit a little higher than normal to make it land a little softer.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, safety off the tee. Now what happens on this second shot?
This green, Rich, is just elevated a little bit, so you can't just sort of grab a wedge and just hit away willy-nilly. You've got to be careful, and you must flight that shot in properly to make it soft, land softer on. Rich, I thought he could get this club.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot.
Nice.
Looks good. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, this was quite a collaboration between a business giant by the name of Herb Kohler, an insurance salesman with a genius for design. We know who that is. That's Pete Dye.
Yeah, you put the two together, and there's no question you finish up with a masterpiece.
A couple of American dreamers shooting for the stars, and they end up with Whistling Straits. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. Frank, this is a huge par 5. How reachable is it?
Well, probably chances of getting home there, you're going to need something around the 340-yard mark off the tee. If you've done that, well, one thing to be aware of is that huge bunker, that huge deep bunker short left of this green.
Not his best shot, and now he'll have to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now. Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
In for par. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, the short par 3 12th, what are you looking to do?
Well, you think it's a snack. Green straight in front of you, points a little bit to the right, but just getting it and keeping it on the green, it takes some doing.
This won't hurt him. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Pretty good effort right there.
It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
These putts keep the round together. Good putt. Nudge this one home, finish it up.
Did the job right there. 13th hole now, and by the looks of this one, Frank, if you were right off the tee, things could go horribly wrong.
Massive drop-offs and bunkers to the right. Doubtfully you'd ever get a good lie if you missed this fairway on the right. So, flip side, keep the ball down the left.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
I mean, just skill. And that was sublime.
Just good hands coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie.
This from 7 feet.
Now to the par 4 14th. It is a dogleg left, about 396 yards.
Yeah, it really narrows up around that 300-yard mark. So this is another hole, really, where you don't need a driver. But somehow you've got to get that ball in the fairway. Remember, 250 yards only leaves 145 in. See that bit where they mow? That's fairway. Try and get it in there.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
He'll need to be strong with this. This, the second shot here at the par 4. This will be a birdie if it drops. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Made it. Ready to go here at the 15th tee, and by the looks of it, Frank, we should have brought the swimsuits and some sunscreen.
It's very picturesque, that's for sure, but don't get fooled by its beauty. This is an absolute beast at 503 yards and sets up a very, very tough finish to Whistling Straits.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Slight miss, and they'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Second shot now on the way for Brandt Snedeker. This is a good-looking shot. Beautiful approach shot there, and a good chance to take advantage. Getting set now over the putt. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Blixt with a birdie attempt here. Count it, that's a birdie. Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Whistling Straits. How do you close this out on the right foot, Frank?
Well, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s at 568 yards. There's a big crop of bunkers down the right side. Just a driver off those is certainly going to make this par 5 reachable. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, you just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilised that little bit between the ears. Realised he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole. Brandt Snedeker ready for the approach. This is a 28-footer. Frank, he might like this one. He might like it. Headed for home and in. What a tremendous putt. Frank, the 17th hole. I don't like the sound of it. It's called pinched nerve. And I'm not sure I like the look of it. 249 yards and all sorts of trouble to the left.
Well, trouble to the left, there is some 20 feet below the level of the green, so that's a no-go zone. And then, of course, on the right, there's a huge mound, the sand dune there with a bunker in it. That sort of makes you hit that tee shot a little further left. But believe me, there is a little bit of green in between both.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. It's 180 yards now to the flagstick. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
And getting ready for the putt.
Good read, good line, well played.
So for Frank Nobilo and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long.